teenage boy has been found guilty in New Zealand of murdering a 15-year-old girl originally from Essex. The body of Liberty Templeman was found in a stream. Her family emigrated to New Zealand 5 years ago from Brightlingsea. The boy, who was 15 at the time, denied murder and indecent assault. It's thought a man from Ipswich, who hit the headlines as one of the heaviest people in Britain, has been treated at Ipswich Hospital. 48-year-old Paul Mason was suffering from chest pains. He has weighed up to 70 stone. He was taken by a special ambulance from his home in Ipswich yesterday.
It's being claimed tonight that not enough is being done to protect our historic churches. This comes as some churches in the region have been awarded grants to help pay for repairs. Campaigners say while this is welcome, it's only a fraction of what's needed.
In Suffolk, St Mary's at Ufford is one of a handful of churches getting grant aid. Some parts date from the 12th century, and if you look closely, you can see the cracks starting to appear. The tower needs repair work costing in excess of £120,000. For the team here to raise that kind of money from what is a relatively small community is tough. So there's obvious delight to find out that £87,000 is on its way to aid the restoration.
Well, it's trite to say, but this is a quite unique building. We have this wonderful font cover, superb carved benches, a magnificent roof, and it's been at the heart of the village for many, many years, and we have a responsibility to save our heritage.
Delight too in Norfolk, where 11 churches will be getting money. St Edmund at Thurn is one of them. Described as an elaborated late Norman building, it's to receive £192,000.
We're absolutely delighted. It means that this beautiful church will be able to have its thatch roof repaired and renewed, and hopefully we'll have an interior ceiling put up, and that should secure it for the future generations.
The funding, which is also being given to a number of churches in Essex, comes from English Heritage and the Heritage Lottery Fund. But there are some who believe it's a drop in the ocean, not least in Norfolk, which has 600 medieval churches, the highest concentration anywhere in the world.
I could spend what is allocated nationally. It could be allocated in Norfolk alone, and it wouldn't solve the problems.
And that's why they'll continue to lobby more vociferously than ever. Kevin Birch, BBC Look East.
The police in Essex have said that a big fire at a warehouse near Malden was not suspicious. 200 people in Heybridge had to leave their homes because of concerns about toxic smoke and explosions at the Calorex building. They were allowed back this morning.
The University of East Anglia has expressed great concern to BBC East today over what it's calling ill-founded comments about the so-called climate gate. Last year, thousands of emails at the Climatic Research Unit were hacked into. Those emails led some people to ask if the science of climate change could be trusted.
Happisburgh Beach in North Norfolk, where students from the University of East Anglia are learning about the impact of climate change on our coastline. But it's Climate Gate that's currently preoccupying many minds at the university. The worry is the incident has damaged the reputation of both the university and the science of climate change.
There have been three things actually over the last few months. One was the theft of emails from the university back in November. Then there was the events at Copenhagen with the political negotiations around climate change not producing a particularly strong settlement. And then a number of criticisms about the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, which is the United Nations body set up to assess all of the scientific evidence.
In a bid to clear matters up, the university is taking part in an independent investigation led by Sir Muir Russell. But even before it began, one member was forced to resign and another under fire for an alleged lack of impartiality. Critics have been scathing.
We're not very confident. Obviously, we're not prejudging the findings of the review, but the whole setup and the way he's started this review looks rather shambolic.
In a statement, the university said, "We are proud of the excellence of our research. Ill-founded comments about the university are of great concern to us." The panel's findings will be made public next month. Clive Lewis, BBC Look East.
And you can see more on that story on the Politics Show this Sunday at midday on BBC One. Now in football, it's a crucial weekend for all our teams in the Football League tomorrow, especially Ipswich Town. Tom Williams is here with a look ahead. Tom.
Thank you. Who would have believed it? 2/3 of the season gone and Ipswich are in the Championship relegation zone. Tuesday's defeats means they're third from bottom with another 2 away games coming up. Town are at Sheffield Wednesday tomorrow.
Putting on a brave face despite the gloom at Portman Road. David Norris and Gareth McCauley took time out yesterday to focus on the next generation of Town talent, but the pressure on Ipswich is building.
Are you surprised you haven't been able to get out of the relegation mix?
I think we went through the game where we've been drawing a lot of games and things like that. So especially in this division, draws aren't going to move you very far. I suppose it is surprising when you look around the changing room and the players we have here. But I mean, it's up to us. We've got ourselves into the situation that we've got to pull together and climb out of it.
Ipswich Town Community Trust have been running football courses throughout half-term. As the children had fun and showed off their skills this week, the same can't be said for the first team. A 3-1 loss at Peterborough has left them in relegation danger with 16 games to play.
It's massively real now. I think, Tuesday night, hopefully eye-open for everyone, that this is it. We are in a relegation battle. We've dropped back into the bottom 3 now. And I think the sooner everybody gets their heads around that we're in for a fight, the better, and we've got to turn it around quick.
I think we've been unbelievably lucky with the support we've had from the Ipswich fans. I think they've been fairly tolerant, fairly patient, given me particularly the benefit of the doubt. But I think the other night that was certainly used up, and I think they probably have had enough of that now.
Ipswich haven't had too much to celebrate on their travels this season, just 2 away wins from 15 attempts. Next up, a trip to fellow strugglers Sheffield Wednesday, where victory would just ease their relegation fears and give their young fans cause for optimism.
From a relegation battle to the scrap for automatic promotion in League One, Colchester are right in the mix. Here's the table. As you can see, they're 3 points behind Leeds. Colchester third, 7 points behind Norwich at the top. The Canaries tomorrow are at home to Southampton. Colchester host Oldham.
We got a draw up against them at Boundary Park, having been 2-0 up. I know we had a player sent off, but even so, they prove what they can be like when they got the tails up. So we've got to be very wary. We've got a good manager, Dave Penny, who's proven and been around and got promotion. So it's going to be a difficult game for us.
Alan's got a really good side down there, and we'll need to be our best to win, as we have to be in every other game, because teams raise their games against us and make it difficult for us. And but we're at home. Our fans will come and get right behind us.
Also in League One, Southend to 2 points above the relegation zone. They go to MK Dons. The Shrimpers looking for their first win since December. Don't forget you can follow all the action on your local BBC radio station. The goals will be on the Football League show Saturday night at 11:45.